Hey, this is Taylor Tabashniuk from the Regina Pats. You're listening to Pats Cast with Chris and Kevin.
Picked up by Lancer. He'll move it to center for Zach Moore. 2-on-1. Moore busting in. Shields it. Gets taken out. Rebound. Scores! It's Effermick, not on the doorstep. Sobry unable to clear. Peranich to Lancer. Right circle. Centering pass. They score! Deflected in by Chase Eglin. Power play goal for the Regina Pats. Deposited home by Chase Eglin on a beautiful pass from Zach Lancer. Now works back for Williams. He'll cut in, has a partial breakaway. Glove save by Schlenker. Oh my! And that is his 45th save of the game. A new career high for Marek Schlenker. What a save right there. That is a game saver. Not much else you could say about that one. Klimke down to the left boards for Saskatoon. He'll turn and send the puck deep. Botel, tap pass in front, centering pass. Oh boy! What a stop by Matthew Hutchison. He robbed Clark.
Welcome to Pats Cast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's episode 222. It's December 28th, 2025, the last show of the year. Chris here, Kevin there. How are we doing tonight, Kevin?
Oh, not too bad, I guess. Not the two games coming back from Chris's break that I was hoping for. It's got a point. Yes.
somehow. Well,
they
but
like to point out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know what to say, really.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest pair of games at all. Yeah, like you said, you squeaked out a point on Friday night, on Saturday night. And
he may not be a big guy, but Schlenker carried that team on Friday.
Carried the weight of the world on his shoulders, I think.
Or Saturday, I guess it was, not Friday. Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
I lost track of what day it is.
I'm getting the days all mixed up too. I don't know what days, what here. Being off
and having the game today at 2:00. Holy man, I was ready to go to bed after that game. But it was only 4:30 or whatever when it was done. Like, oh man, got a whole day yet.
I don't know. We should get to maybe the news of the week. We were talking literally right after we stopped recording with Drew about like, oh hey, how about this guy on the list, this Matyas Ubl? What if he came over? Like no inside knowledge or nothing. We were just kind of like, yeah, that'd be a nice guy to have, possibly have, and then boom, literally 2 days later he signed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was kind of a nice little ad, especially when you lost the forward, like we said, in Mays, talented guy. So he comes in and like we looked at his stats. The stats were pretty decent in the Czech league, in the junior Czech league. So he's got some size. You saw him today. What did you think of him today, Kevin?
I think he'll be okay. He's definitely not going to be very flashy from what I can tell, but you can tell he hasn't practiced much with the team. Literally one practice in 2 games, I think. So I think he'll be okay. He's got, like I said, he's got some size. Seems like he's got decent skill, but I guess once they find a spot for him in the lineup, wherever that'll be,
yeah,
that'll help.
No, for sure. And yeah, like I said, it's a nice free ad, right? He was the second round pick in the import draft this year, so it was nice to see them able to add a guy that's hopefully with some skill and go from there.
They've been working at it for a little while to get him here, so
okay, yeah,
good.
Yeah,
good that they finally were able to get him.
He signed and he's here. Like it was just like that. So
yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice, some nice surprising news. Still wonder what they do at the trade deadline here in a week and a half, but yeah, it's a nice ad. So I guess not much news this week other than that. I kind of go through these games and in the week ahead. Not much else, I don't think, this week, but yeah, these games not the prettiest. Like I said, in Saskatoon, like I missed the first period, but like the shot I flip it on and like it took them forever to get a shot in the second period. Like
Oh yeah,
it was it was not good.
the
Like you
ice
said,
was definitely tilted one direction for most of that
for the
game,
whole game, like
other than maybe like 2 minutes.
yeah, like overall the shots were 49-14. Like that's an ugly number, or that's an ugly couple numbers.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, like oh man, like I didn't see the first period, but you get you get a goal right after they score,
yeah,
and you get out of that second period. The shots you have 8 shots after 2 periods, and you're tied 1-1. Like,
yes.
like I,
Thank
just
you, Merrick Schlenker, for keeping us in that game.
yeah, like just unreal. Like I just kind of couldn't believe it. I didn't even realize it was the teddy bear toss goal either, or game either,
Yeah,
until after. But yeah, and then the third, like, they score, and then the Pats respond a couple minutes later. So like there was at least some pushback that way, but like
a couple times at least.
yeah, and then that goal though that they scored, like it went off Matthews like chest, and then it went off Deschamps' stick and in the net. Like
Yeah,
just kind of got lucky there, unfortunately. But and then kind of the one of the other kind of main points I had written down was like the Hamilton going to the board's awkward. Like
oh
man,
yeah.
he went in awkward, and then there was a fight after, and there's a couple different fights, separate fights, but like Mathis Paul clocked somebody bad. Like, oh man, I don't know who he was fighting. I can't remember.
Zach Olson.
It was Olson. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, just looking at the penalties here, and like, oh man, he popped him good. And like, obviously,
yeah,
Paul's a pretty big guy.
yeah.
What's Olson listed at? Like, he's listed at 6'1", 196. Okay, so not bad, but like Paul's what, 6'6", 6'7"?
No, he's not quite that
Oh,
tall,
okay,
but
no,
yeah, he's
yeah,
he's got
six
some
two.
size.
Oh, he's 6'2". Okay, I thought he was taller for some reason, but
Hanby's the
handy,
6'5".
right? Yeah, yeah, okay. But either
So they're
way,
pretty
but
much the
Paul,
same size.
yeah, yeah. So, but Paul, man, he popped him good.
Oh yeah, it was nice,
Oh.
nice to see.
They showed it on
Standing
the
up for his
replay.
guys.
Yeah, and they showed it on the replay. Like the league seems to be getting a little loose, not looser, but like a little more, allowing a little
L-
more fight replays,
less
highlights.
restrictions on the
Yeah,
fights
yeah, yeah. So
because teams are actually showing like the full fight. They're posting fights. It's
yeah,
like
yeah, right. Where it kind of was frowned upon before.
we
So
are so back.
yeah, right. It's kind of nice. So, but Hamilton did come back. He's wearing the bubble, but he came
Yeah, he
back.
was
So
wearing a
obviously,
bubble again today.
yeah, I noticed that. So
And
he obviously
nice.
went into
He
the
had a
boards
shiner.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what happened?
Yeah, it
So
looked like he had a shiner. You couldn't really tell
okay,
through the bubble that well, but it looked
yeah.
like he had a shiner or some like a cut with some
But
stitches
yeah,
or
there was
something.
quite the fracas there after that hit, and I mean it was just
Everybody grab a partner.
yeah. I mean it wasn't a dirty hit. It was just kind of an awkward hit, and he went down and went into the boards, kind of.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was a malicious hit or anything. So, um, but yeah, and then I don't know. You somehow get this game to overtime, and Cooper Williams scores in overtime. But I mean, to get a point out of this game is kind of unreal. So
It was almost impossible, but Merrick Schlenker made it happen.
yeah, I mean
He
he did get
he
first
willed
star.
them to that win. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or he
like
willed them to
even
that point, not to the win.
yeah, even Saskatoon
Almost.
was like, yeah, Mark Schlinger deserves first star. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. Obviously, they played such a good game in Saskatoon there right before the Christmas break, and yeah, it wasn't to be that night,
No.
not at all. So
This was not their best effort, but it wasn't their worst effort, but it was not their best effort.
yeah, yeah. So anything else you have to say about that game? I don't know. There isn't much to say, and we're not gonna talk too
No,
much about it.
it was one of those games. Got a point. A point. It was
Yeah,
great for
I mean, yeah,
for 14 shots getting a point.
right.
Great.
So yeah, you'll take a point anytime you can get a point, right? So And then today, move on to today's game. You were there, I was not. It seemed a little better. I didn't catch the third period. I didn't have time to watch it, but I was watching on delay, so I watched the first two periods. And yeah, it wasn't great, but like it was better it seemed than Saturday night, but like
It was
I don't know.
better at times, but it was worse at times.
Yeah, okay.
If they could have kept it nothing going into the first intermission, it might have been
Yeah.
a different story.
Yeah, right. And
Like
like
Doyle got the puck at the point, and then
just
just
walk down the slot.
the lack of coverage, lack of awareness from the Pats in the D zone, and he just goes and fired it past Hutchison with 2.7 seconds left. I'm like, oh
I
no,
know,
not
like
again! Why?
that's killer. 2.7 seconds is oh man, like
Yeah,
that's they say the last couple minutes always tough to give up a goal in the last couple minutes of a period, but like 2 seconds,
yeah,
that's unreal. And like Hutchison made the save of the game 58 seconds into the game. Like
yes.
I didn't see the third, but like that was the save of the game. Like I think like
Yeah, he made two or three really nice saves, but that one early was
yeah. Um
almost
yeah.
improbable. But he made
And
it.
then he made it a game, obviously. Yeah. I don't think he stood on his head like Schlenker did, it seemed. Um, but he kept them in the game.
Yeah, but
Uh,
the Pats didn't really have the pushback
yeah, I
today.
thought
I don't know. They there was a comment made. It was like I was Evan for the social media guy. He's like, it looks like they're skating in quicksand. There was times where it did look like they were just so slow. Like everybody was just moving like they were in slow motion.
mhm.
I think on the Harasani goal was. I can't remember which one it was. But man, they couldn't catch him. They just let him go when he was gone. They couldn't
Okay.
catch him. It was just
Yeah, that
whatever.
was yeah, okay. It was
Or was it the Kishkowski goal?
I think it
One of
was
the last two
Kachkowski. It
goals.
was because it was the breakaway goal. I saw the highlight.
But yeah, it's
And there's
just
two
like
guys like chasing him. It was
and
shorthanded.
they just couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
Just no wheels there at all. Turkey
Mhm.
legs or whatever maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so I thought okay, they give up the goal at the end of the first. That's terrible. But I thought the first like 5 minutes up until the Saskatoon goal in the second. So they scored at 6:50 of the second. But I thought first like 5 minutes were pretty good. They had the Pranic hit a post. They had a couple decent scoring chances.
Yeah,
But then Saskatoon scored right after to make it 2-0. And then you're
yeah.
just like, oh man. But then they had a power play later in that period and the puck was behind Gardner. It was just laying there.
And they just
And
they
they
couldn't bury
couldn't
it.
couldn't bury it. Yeah. That would have been on the Cooper Williams penalty at the midpoint of the second period.
Yeah.
And then there was late Lansard had a like Gardner was down and he had the whole top of the net and I think he backhanded it like over the net.
Just missed the net, yeah.
Yeah, like later in the second.
Yeah.
So that could have made it 2-1 if he scores that one. Like I don't know if they would have won the game. Like I don't know what the third period looked like.
Might have given him a little bit of
A
confidence.
little bit, yeah, a little bit of I mean they battled like they battled Friday or Saturday night like to get that point. They were behind both times and they were able to tie it up and take it to overtime. But maybe that happens if they get one of those goals. One of
Yeah.
those chances out of those three good chances. I mean, in the second period, but like when like I didn't see much for a good scoring chance in the first period, and then like that was all they had in the second period. Like they did have 15 shots in the second period. That's kind of surprising, but like 4 in the first. That was it. Like
Yeah. I don't know
so,
how accurate that actually is, but
yeah, I don't know. We can't always
it,
rely on the stats out of Regina, but
it
I
is
mean,
what
it
it
wasn't
is.
as lopsided as Saturday night.
No, that was obvious. That was blatantly obvious.
Yeah. So,
It's
but
almost
yeah,
like
like
they added a couple shots extra just to make it look a little bit better for Gardner.
maybe. But yeah, like it was. Yeah, they had some decent chances that second period and just couldn't get one there, buy one there, and then maybe that gave him some life in the third. Would have given him some life in the third, but it was not to be, unfortunately. Yeah, like I said, you get
Nope.
1 point out of this weekend set. It would have been nice to get two. Like I would have been kind of expecting a split out of this one, but
I wasn't really expecting too much. I was hoping for at least a
Yeah,
split, but a point is good. The effort was not for that for the first game especially. Second one, it was a little bit better, but it wasn't a very good game. Like there was hardly any extracurriculars. There was no penalties until halfway through the second
yeah,
period. Like there
yeah.
was hardly anything going on.
Especially after previous game, there was quite a few penalties, right? And there's a couple
Yeah.
fights, like I said, and stuff like that. So, um, well, one other thing I'll point out: Klassen back in the lineup. That was nice to see him back.
Yeah. But
Um,
it's not good that Fawcett's still out, Bridgman's
yeah,
still out,
yeah,
Tabashniuk's still out.
yeah,
Tone missed this weekend because he was sick. So yeah.
yeah. And
And
then
Deschamps was a late scratch
was
for
yeah
Sunday's game.
for Sunday,
So
yeah. So
they play with 13 and 5.
5, yeah,
So that probably doesn't help the legs either, especially playing the night before and only having 5D. It's
yeah, yeah,
gotta it's gotta be a little tough.
yeah. And then the quick turnaround was a 2 o'clock game, right? So
Yeah, the turnaround, so that's gonna be tough on them. So maybe that could be
yeah, maybe why
excuse.
it was look kind of ugly today. Um, I mean, both teams. It's not like one team had the night off last night. It was these two teams playing last night, and then playing both of them played today. But
Yeah.
Regina did have the bus ride home tonight, but or last night. So yeah, it's not like Saskatoon's too far away. It wouldn't have been too late of a night. But
No, wouldn't have been that bad. It's just the
no,
fact that they were down a player on D and that kind of
yeah,
screwed everything up, I think. But the
yeah,
Saskatoon had a couple APs in their lineup, and they were flying around. Luco scored his first career goal.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
flying around today. Can't remember the other guy's name offhand, but he was all over the place.
Okay, Laval or Bautel?
I can't remember which one it
Yeah,
was, but there was
I don't
two of
know
them,
which one's the
and
AP, but just looking at who's the the rookies are on the score sheet here. But
but yeah,
yeah,
he was flying around.
yeah, oh, that's yeah, it's
Extra
unfortunate.
legs.
We're hoping to see a little better effort, especially coming off that PA game right before the break. Right, that's a massive win, but just couldn't obviously. You get that break, everybody's gone home. It's tough to carry momentum over a break like that.
Yeah.
But oh well, it is what it is. Um, yeah, I guess you just got to look at going forward. The schedule ahead doesn't get too much easier. You got
Well,
Moose Jaw.
I think a lot is going to be gauged from these next three games. Well, because the trade deadline is after these three games.
Yeah, it's on January 8th, the Thursday before the weekend.
Yeah, according to
Um,
John Keane, it is. Yeah.
yeah, because it's usually around the 10th, but 10th is a Saturday, and most
And
I
there's a
think
whole bunch of games on the Friday and the Saturday, so
yeah,
they
right. So
moved it.
it's the Thursday before the weekend's usually a good time to have it, right? So
Yeah.
um,
But you have Moose Jaw, New Year's Eve. That'll be an interesting game
at
because
4 p.m. local here.
4 p.m. Yeah.
So
That'll be an interesting game. Moose Jaw will be down. They're down Lakovic now.
yeah,
And
for the year. So
so that'll be a good test. See how they play against Moose Jaw, but then they do a home and home on the weekend against
PA,
PA.
yeah,
That'll
they
not be a good gauge of where the Pats are at, especially
no,
if Fawcett's still out and if Bridgman's still out. We'll have to
yeah,
see where
and
they're at.
PA kind of took that loss personally. I think
A little
against
bit, yeah.
Yay, they really stepped on Kelowna the next night in PA, and then coming out of the break, they Friday night they really whooped somebody. I think like they really
Saturday they beat Swift Current 7-1.
that's what it was. Saturday 7-1. Yeah, like they really stomped Swift Current. That's who it was. So but yeah, so PA is gonna be tough. They're really rolling. They're 7-3 in the past 10, right? So um
And they've only got 5 regulation losses.
yeah.
So
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting 3 games here before the break. Um
before the deadline,
for the
not the
deadline,
break.
yes. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, it's I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I think this can be that's about it. Not much to say about these games. I
The
mean,
make or break 3 games, I guess, to see where they're at.
the Moose Jaw game's big, right? Like they're 4 points ahead of you in the standings. You have a
Yeah.
game in hand. You Swift Current it looks like they're going to finish pretty much in last. Like they have nothing. They're on an 0-13 skid. Like
Yeah.
they don't have much. Lethbridge is really struggling. Um, they've traded guys away, so you're thinking that's a team that you should finish ahead of. You've got 3 games in hand, and you're 3 points up on them. Red Deer, Red Deer is starting to trade some guys away. Um, they're 2 points back of the Pats. They have a game in hand. For that 8th spot. And then Moose Jaw, like I said, they're 4 points ahead of the Pats in 7th. So that's a team that the Pats need to pass to really get comfortable in a playoff spot, right? It's like
Yes.
it's down to Moose Jaw, Regina, and maybe Red Deer. Like I think Lethbridge and Swift is out of it, right? So I mean, it's a pretty good chance that the Pats make the playoffs. Yeah, it's not going to be a long playoff run, but just
Don't
to get
jinx
in,
it.
right?
Don't
No,
jinx it.
but like just to get in, right? Just to get in, I think
Yeah.
it's a pretty good chance, and it's there that the players can see where they're at, right?
I think
It's
they need to get in,
yeah, right.
even though they will be cannon fodder for Medicine Hat or PA or Edmonton.
Yeah, whatever.
But
It's just
they
get
they
in.
need to get in, get a couple games of experience, get at
Yeah,
least 4
just
games of
just
experience.
just to get in, just to make it to the playoffs and
Yeah.
stop this kind of skid. It's been a few years, right? Like we said,
Yeah.
just to get in and yeah, but yeah, it's doable, right? Like they just gotta. The PA games are gonna be tough this week, but the Moose Jaw game,
Got to
you
get
gotta
that
have
W.
you gotta have that. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. You look at their 2-6-2 in the past 10. Regina's 2-7-1. So it's Red Deer's 2-7-1. Lethbridge is 3-7-0. Like all these teams are really struggling lately. So someone's got to get kind of hot. Like it's gonna be hard to get hot against when you got back to back against PA. But like
Yes.
just you know got to capitalize on these games against the
And then the
lower
game after the deadline is Red Deer
Red Deer. Okay, so there you go.
on the
The next
9th.
4 games, right? Like 2
And
winnable
then
games.
Brandon the next night. Brandon the next night after
Okay,
that.
well,
So
Brandon's been a tough go the last couple times, right? So,
yes.
yes, you got to kind of key on these games with these teams around you. You gotta have them, right? Because you're kind of expecting a loss or 2 against Prince Albert, right? So, but yeah, I don't know what else do you have to say this week, Kevin.
That's about it. I think it's disappointing how the effort on Saturday in
Look,
Saskatoon, but they got
yeah,
the point. And then Sunday they just had no pushback. So I don't know. It was disappointing that they didn't get 2 points.
yeah,
At
especially
least.
as a team that they just beat. A team that
Yes.
isn't maybe playing their best hockey at the moment. But yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah. Looking forward to watching them play against Moose Jaw on New Year's Eve to see where they're at. Get a
Yeah.
good comparison because
Mm-hmm.
they're basically on par with each other. So
Yep, 100%.
hopefully Fawcett's back. I don't know if he is or not. Hopefully he is. Bridgman, I don't know when he's coming back. Tabby, I'm not sure when he's back. So hopefully we get a little healthy over the next little bit. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see Klassen back, right? Like
Yeah.
he was week to week as well. I mean, there hasn't been a weekly report since before Christmas.
You can't go by the weekly report.
No, actually, no. Klassen was day to day, but yeah, I know you can't. But everybody else was week to week. Bridgman, Fawcett, Tabashniuk, still week to week. So,
Yeah.
speaking of Tabashniuk, we should move on to his interview.
Yeah.
We did this one a while ago. Actually, we kind of put it on the back burner because we thought we'd put out different ones before him. But obviously
we were kind of hoping the timing would be that he'd be back.
yeah, right. Like obviously
So
Hutchison was hot. He had that really good game, and then the Bear was back, so we got him out, and then we were like, oh, maybe Tabashniuk will be out after Christmas or back after Christmas, so we'll put that one out. But yeah, he's kind of maybe in the back of the minds of everybody. Obviously, hasn't played in a long time, but but it was still a good interview. another local guy, another one of the many on this team. So people know about his story a bit, and obviously his run with the Patsies last year, and we kind of got into the Red Deer. His experience in Red Deer, where he got thrown into the fire in the playoffs a couple years ago, against a pretty good Saskatoon team, but
Welcome to the WHL, kid.
yeah, right. So that was a unfortunate entrance into the WHL, but something you just got to look back on and kind of laugh about it. Right? It is what it is. So, but yeah, it was a pretty good interview.
We're pleased to welcome on Taylor Tabashniuk of your Regina Pats. Welcome, Taylor.
Thanks for having me on here. I'm excited.
First off, Taylor, born and raised in Regina?
Yeah, that's correct.
Were you always a Pats fan?
Yes. Yeah, I was a Pats fan growing up. Yeah. Well, actually, sorry. I wasn't born here. I was born on Vancouver Island in Comox. And I lived in Nanaimo for a little bit of time and then moved here. I think I was about 7 or 8 years old. So
really?
not born and raised here, sorry.
Born and raised here.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't know.
Yeah, there we go.
Something new.
And you just go off. Usually it just says hometown, right? So you don't know actually where people were born,
Yeah.
right? So interesting. So what was happening out in Vancouver Island for your family then?
Yeah, so both my parents, we work out there, like they worked out there. My 2 older brothers, they're 24 and 20 now, so they're older than me, and that's kind of why I got into hockey. They played growing up, so always just kind of threw me in the net. That's how I became goalie.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, my parents, they worked out there, and then decided to come back here because we have family out here.
Okay, so they were from here then?
Yeah, my mom grew up in Lumsden, and then
Okay.
my dad grew up here in Regina.
Nice.
Nice.
So your older brothers, were they hockey players? Did they go anywhere? Did they play any level or anything?
They didn't play a high level, no. They were pretty passionate about it, like at a younger age. But then they, got jobs and wanted to kind of work. So yeah, I guess I'm the only one who kind of kept playing. And
Were they goalies?
no, they were both players.
You got
So-
the short end of the stick.
Yeah, right.
Like you said.
So did you? Obviously, you got thrown into the net, but at one point, did you say like, okay, maybe this is my spot?
Yeah, so actually I wasn't a great skater growing up. So in the younger age groups, like 3, 4, 5 and into Adam, you kind of had to switch. I didn't get to play goalie all the time. When I did, I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to stick with it. And like I said, I wasn't a great skater. So I just really like being in the net.
What were your parents' reaction when you decided to say, "Hey, I'm going to be a goalie"?
I don't know honestly, but I can imagine they weren't too pumped.
Yeah, it's always that money factor, right? So
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
So they were okay with it. They were letting you pursue it. And all
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. They've been so supportive since a young age. They've always wanted the best for me, and yeah, I wouldn't be here without my parents. So, they've been
So when did you start
supportive.
playing full time as a goalie?
Probably around the age 8 or 9. I'd say I became a full-time goalie.
Pretty young to be a full time goalie.
Yeah.
what was your favorite team growing up?
I'm an Oilers fan to this day still.
Okay.
So yeah, I've always been an Oilers fan. I grew a liking to Taylor Hall growing up just because we had the same name and whatever. So yeah, I like Taylor Hall, and yeah, been an Oilers fan since a young kid.
So he's your favorite player?
Yeah, one of them. Obviously, I pay a little more attention to the goalies now. So, I'd say Vasilevsky, Jake Ottinger, guys like that. Those are goalies that I really like watching.
Growing up, Taylor Hall was your guy, though?
Yeah, I'd say.
Nice.
So being in Regina here, who was your favorite pad?
I loved watching like Sam Steele and Jake Lashishin. They were great Pats. So fun to watch. Like when we hosted the Mem Cup here, I got to come to a game or two, I think. So, yeah, they were so fun to watch.
Yeah, it was some good years back then. Hopefully,
Really good years.
Yeah, hopefully we're starting to turn the page here. I think. Eh?
Yeah.
So what goalies do you emulate your game after? Or you try to emulate your game after?
Yeah, I try and implement stuff from different goalies. But one I really grew a liking to is Jacob Markstrom and Thatcher Demko. Those are two goalies that I really enjoy watching. They move so well. So, yeah, I try to implement some of their stuff into my game.
Nice.
So you played your minor hockey here in Regina. Then heading into the draft, kind of what what were you thinking there? You know, it's a big time. It's on. Some guys maybe don't pay too much attention to it, but what was your kind of thoughts going into that season and then into the draft?
Yeah, so that would have been my second year bantam. We didn't have a super strong team. I was on the Monarchs. Just tried to go into every night and not think about, the WHL draft. I just, wanted to play my game. And obviously I was young, so you kind of have to pay attention to the stuff going on around you. I just tried to go into every game and just do my best and enjoy it as much as I can, which is still my mindset to this day too. So.
What were you doing on draft day? Were you sitting refreshing the page?
Yeah, I was at school. Yeah, we were at school. So I remember we had a field trip that day, and I went to Martin. So I was in the academy there, and like all my buddies, we all ended up getting drafted, which was really cool to see all of us go to different spots. So yeah, I think my phone died when I got drafted actually.
Oh.
So one of my buddies refreshing, he's like, "Oh, you went to Red Deer," and I was like, "Okay, that's awesome. Like that's super cool." So yeah, it was lots of excitement.
What were your thoughts of actually going to Red Deer and going to that franchise? Like, it's a pretty storied franchise in the WHL here. Yeah, for sure. It's a great program. Like, you don't hear bad things about Red Deer ever. So I was excited. Excitement for everybody, all my buddies. So, and I ended up getting drafted to the same team as Steven Stranka, who I'm good buddies with. Nice. So yeah, that was cool for us too. We put on the Monarchs together. So yeah, we got to kind of stick together through the last few years.
Right on. Nice. Then the next year you make the big jump to the Pat Cs. What was the difference between the AA to the Pat Cs? What was the difference there?
I think just the overall pace of the game. Like, there's a lot of guys who can shoot. And, there's lots of guys with high-end skill in AAA. So going into my first year with the Pat Cs, obviously such a good organization, like one of the best AAA organizations in Saskatchewan, in Canada for that matter. So many memories with that team, and it's such a well-run organization. So, yeah, just my first year there was lots of fun.
Yeah, you go from maybe not the best Bantam season to a great AAA season, and unfortunately you lost in the finals that year. What kind of your thoughts on that whole season?
I made a lot of really good relationships with players, and I learned a lot about the game too. I learned a lot about myself, because you go from Bantam AA where the schedule is maybe not as aggressive, I guess. Like, you're not playing a lot. Yeah. There's players who are good in Bantam AA, but there isn't a lot of them. Yeah. So I think the jump was just, it's a big jump. Like Bantam AA, it's U15 to U18, right? So there's older guys. Yeah.
Especially when you're 15.
Yeah.
Facing guys that are 17-year-olds shooting pucks at you.
Yeah.
What was it like playing for Darren McKechnie?
It was good. Darren's a great coach. Really good guy, such a good heart. I made a really good relationship with him, and I still communicate with him quite a bit. So, yeah, Darren's a great coach, and yeah, nothing but good things from Keck. Yeah.
Then the next season, you have a breakout season. You won a bunch of awards. Unfortunately, the team lost again in the final. It was tough, but what was the difference that season for you? Obviously, you played a lot more. You had that first season, a little taste of it. What was that second season like for you?
Yeah, I think just having that experience as a 15-year-old playing in the league definitely helped me. Like, I had a lot of confidence going into that year, and everyone was a little skeptical with the coaching change. Mm-hmm. So we didn't really know what to expect with Ryan Hodgins coming in. I just went into every game and just tried to do my best, like always. So that second year in midget was lots of fun, and yeah.
Lost to a lot of former and current Pants on that Blazers team, right? Like that was a pretty good team there, wasn't it?
Yeah, back-to-back seasons losing to the Blazers. That was tough. Definitely a chip on my shoulder going into that next season. Yeah.
So heading into that season, you guys, you climb the mountain and you finally do it. Like, what did you guys take away from those first two seasons that really propelled you in that third season?
Like I said, the experience. Yeah. I went through so many ups and downs and lots of different situations I was put in. So I think just playing in those big games in my second year really helped me propel to my game in my third year. I don't think I had the greatest regular season. Just being bounced around at the start of the year. In my third year, I was kind of, that first 2 months of the season, kind of played for a couple different teams. So, just going in and wanted to do my best and really help the Seas win ultimately.
When did you guys as a team think you had a chance at the full championship? When did you think we've got it?
Honestly, I don't even think there was a doubt.
Right from the start.
Yeah, honestly, like right when I got there,
Nice.
I was in Melville for a little bit at the start of the year and didn't work out there, unfortunately, but it worked out in the end. So, no regrets at all or anything like that. So, I think we kind of realized we had a special group early in the season. I'd say, that the amount of skill on that team was, like, our power play was unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
So we could outscore. We knew we could outscore anybody, and we had the team to do it. So yeah.
I know Kevin and I went to the final 2 games here against Moose Jaw, and those are tight games. Like, it was 2-1 games, I think. Like, what was that atmosphere like, especially being here and the place packed, right? Like, obviously it wasn't packed all season, but like, what was that like?
Oh, that was such a cool experience. Just that series against Moose Jaw was insane, honestly. Like, ups and downs, but we managed to get 3 straight wins, which was huge for us. And yeah, I know, like, there was never a doubt within the group. So it was lots of fun.
And then you go to Westerns. That kind of, I don't want to say it was easy, but it seemed to be a little bit. You guys handled that pretty well, and then you head to the TELUS Cup. And what was that just overall experience like?
Yeah, I think we went into the Westerns. We were confident, right? Like, we knew we could beat anyone. So that the confidence part of it definitely helped our team. And yeah, we dominated for that Western Regional tournament, which was cool. And then going into the TELUS Cup, I mean, like, we were just filled with excitement, right? Like, none of us had really had that experience on a national stage before. So, we tried to just take everything day by day and control what we can control, and ultimately it worked out for us.
Yeah, and like, you don't really know the other teams coming, right? At least, maybe Westerns you knew a little bit, and obviously in league you know the teams, but you guys just played your game and did what you could do, and it seemed to work out for you guys pretty well. Hey?
Yeah, well, our coaches did a really good job with the pre-scout.
Did they? Okay.
So we had a lot of information, which maybe the other teams didn't have a lot of information about us. So we weren't lacking in that department at all. So yeah, we knew.
Kind of knew what you're heading
into.
into.
We did. Yeah.
Sometimes at that level, it's hit or miss, right?
Yeah,
you don't know.
It could be hard with teams, across the country, getting their game film and seeing what their habits are and stuff. So, but yeah, our coaches did a fantastic job.
Well, that's obviously a great testament to them and put you guys in a great position. So.
Yeah.
Also with the Patsies, you played a couple of times at the Circle K Classic. What was that tournament all about? How was that for you guys?
Yeah, my first year we went there, and it was a really cool experience. Obviously, being a younger guy on the team, you just want to learn, right? You're there to learn. Obviously, you want to showcase what you're able to do, but just tried to take in as much information as I possibly could and really learn. And I think I played pretty well in my first year at Circle K, so that helped with my confidence a lot too. And then our second year we missed it. I think we were short like a win or something to get in. Okay. So we were just barely missed the invite to Circle K in my second year. And then third year, we had a really good start, which helped us get into the Circle K Classic. So yeah, that was a super cool experience. We won some pretty cool games. Like, we came back on that one Pittsburgh game. Probably will stick with me for the rest of my life. I was on the bench that game, but it was one of the coolest games I've ever been a part of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So we just discussed a lot of things in your minor hockey career. Could you nail down that favorite moment, maybe prior to the Patsies? Because obviously that there were some good times there, but yeah, like a favorite minor hockey memory.
Man, I'm looking back a lot of years here.
Lots happened in the last 3 years or 3 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm. So, probably the COVID year, my second year Pee Wee. I was playing Pee Wee AA. We had a really good group. We won the semifinals and playoffs, and then we were about to play a really good Lumsden team in the finals. So, and then it got canceled right before our series. So that, obviously not a great memory to look back on, but just that group, we had so much fun at such a young age. We learned a lot. So, yeah, I think that's a memory for sure.
So after the 23-24 season, you get called up to Red Deer. How did it feel to get thrown into the fire in the playoffs of all times, just to get chucked into the fire? What was that all?
That was
like,
after the Patsies were done, right? They were
Yeah,
done.
yeah. So our season ended. We lost to the Blazers that year.
Yeah.
And then I got the call, and they said they wanted to bring me up as kind of a third goalie, get the experience to practice with them and take in the playoffs, because they had a good team that year, right?
Yeah.
So, we beat Medicine Hat in the first round, and then went on to the second round. And one of the backup at the time, he suffered like a broken hand or something in practice. So I was the next one up, right? So I got to be on the bench for games 1 and 2 in Saskatoon in the second round. And then obviously Watsky, who was the starter there, he suffered a hit or something in the second game 2 of that. So we were down 2 games, and then they were like it's it's my turn ultimately. So those 2 games obviously didn't go the way I had hoped, but not getting any WHL experience before that, and then just getting to play in games 3 and 4 of the second round in the WHL playoffs, that was a super cool experience. Like, obviously not the results I wanted or the team wanted by any means. So, I mean, looking back on it, like, the numbers aren't great at all or whatever. But I learned so much just from that. And even before game 3, my first game, they were like, there's no pressure. Just go and play your game, like, have fun, enjoy it, take it all in, all that kind of stuff. So I did, and obviously, like I said, didn't turn out in our favor, but I learned a lot.
Yeah.
You didn't have much of a choice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Saskatoon was a pretty solid team,
Oh,
right?
yeah, they were
Pretty solid.
They were a really good team. I remember Cedarov had back-to-back hat tricks on me.
Oh, did he?
So, so he's got my number for sure. But that was a super cool experience.
So was that your welcome to the WHL moment?
Yeah, I guess it was.
Getting thrown into the fire?
Yeah, no, those were my first games in the WHL. So that's something I look back on and just smile, because that doesn't happen to a lot of kids, right?
Exactly, for sure.
So just getting that experience was something that I dreamed of. It was just a surreal experience.
So you bounced around, like you said you were in Melville for a little bit, didn't work out, but you came back to Pat C's, and that was great for your career at that point. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get traded to Regina. What was your kind of initial thought of getting traded in the first place?
I was so excited. I mean, obviously there was maybe a bit of lack of communication between us and Red Deer, which sparked kind of me being in the trade block, I guess. So I think I didn't really know where I was going to end up or what was going to happen, or maybe I was staying in Red Deer. Like, I had no idea, right? So, and then ultimately, I think it was the deadline, maybe the day before. Then I got the call from Red Deer's GM saying, we've traded you to the Pats, best of luck, all that stuff. So, and then I talked to Dale, and we had a great conversation and just kind of talked about, what the future might look like and stuff like that. So, just filled with excitement for sure, getting to stay here and play for my hometown team. So, it's super cool.
So then coming into this season, you got a 3-goalie situation, and obviously you want some competition in the goalie position. And how did that work out for you? And obviously you're here now and going through the season. Obviously you're injured at this point, but what was that kind of training camp and coming into Regina for the first time?
Yeah, I just tried to, drown out the outside noise, and I didn't worry about what the other goalies were doing. I just focused on myself and worrying about the next shot I was going to face, and that was kind of my mindset going into this year. And that worked out well. I thought I had a good camp and some pretty good preseason games. So,
You said you were excited to come to Regina, but do you feel any extra pressure playing at home?
Not really, honestly. I don't really try to put a lot of pressure on myself. I just try and do what I can, control what I can control, and ultimately things will slowly go my way if I keep that same mindset. So
Why do you wear number 30?
I've been wearing 31 for the past probably 5-6 years, like a long time. So, and then obviously Kelton being here, I couldn't wear 31, so I got 30, which I like number 30. It's a good number. It's solid. So, yeah, I couldn't wear 31, so I got 30.
Don't usually have too many options as a goalie, do you?
Not really, no.
It seems to be a common thing here. Don't have much of an option for your number.
Yeah.
So this is maybe one of our tougher questions. When hockey's done, what's something you could see yourself doing post hockey?
I want to own a business one day of some sort, whether that stays in hockey. I don't know. Like, hopefully, I love the game. I'm very passionate about hockey, so hopefully I can continue with this sport and see where it takes me. But yeah, I think I want to own a business at some point in my life and try and be as successful as I can.
We've heard you work with Ellis and his dad. How's that going?
Yeah.
Learning some tips there?
Yeah, no, it's fun. Me and Ellis, we do pool construction in the summer, so that's it's pretty cool to get that experience with him. And yeah, it's his parents' company, so it's fun to have that gig in the summer, and keeps me busy and make a little extra cash. So yeah, it's fun to do that.
So you made your color commentating debut in Moose Jaw. What was that all about? How was that for you?
Yeah, it was cool. I don't know. I kind of made a joke about it to Dante that morning of the game in Moose Jaw, and then he texted me on the bus right there. He's like, "Let's do it," and I was like, "Oh, like all right, oh, okay, like we'll see how it goes, whatever." So yeah, no, it was cool to do that with Dante, and to see like what he does is interesting. So
you did pretty well. I listened.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, who's it gotten for color?" And all of a sudden, then you guys are talking, and all of a sudden, yeah, Taylor. And then I was like, "Oh, okay."
I didn't know. I didn't know until
I didn't catch the first part.
period.
I didn't catch the intro to the game or the radio and stuff, obviously. But no, it was kind of cool, something to do since you're at the game.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. I've always had a passion of like public speaking and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was cool to see what Dante does and how good he is at his.
He
jobs.
does a lot of arm waving.
Yeah.
So, kind of off the ice stuff. What are you into? TV, movies? What's your kind of go-to right now?
Right now, I'm watching Ozark, so it's been a cool show. Yeah, I really enjoy winding down at night and watching Ozark. But yeah, other than that, not really. I haven't really been big into TV shows and stuff like that. So, yeah.
What about music? What's your go-to?
I love country. It's
country?
basically all I listen to now. Like, obviously, the guys play a little bit of a rap or like EDM kind of music in the room, so I listen to that as well. But yeah, I'm really big on country. Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs. So yeah.
That was my next question.
Aside from your job, what are you doing in the off season? Maybe to get away from hockey, relax, and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I golf quite a bit. I have a membership at the Royal Regina here, so get out and golf, play a couple of rounds in the summer, and I just found a passion in playing guitar too. So over the past couple months, so I've been playing guitar quite a bit, and yeah.
Cool.
Are you a cat or a dog person?
Well, I am a dog person, but we do have 2 cats at home.
You have a dog too?
No, we don't. No dog. We had a golden retriever, but she passed away a couple of years ago, and then we decided to get 2 cats during COVID. So yeah.
Pre-game superstitions. You got anything crazy? Sometimes some guys are pretty strict on their routine.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty strict on my routine. Like, it would take me a long time to go over my my routine to a T. So, yeah, I don't know. I shower pre-game and listen to music and do some ball work just to get my eyes, my hand-eye going and stuff like that. So,
what's your pre-game meal?
It was chicken Alfredo, but I just switched over to some chicken and rice, just keep it a little bit lighter. So, yeah.
Do you do any crazy goalie things? Like, people always say, oh, the goalie, he's the weirdest guy on the team, right? Are you one of those guys, or are you just kind of a normal goalie?
I'd say I'm a mix of both.
Yeah.
I do some, like, visualization and stuff before the game, so some may look at me and be like he's weird, but but no, I don't know. I'd say I'm pretty neutral. Yeah.
What's your favorite bus activity?
I like to read a book. That's
actual book?
Yeah.
Paper book?
Yeah, paper book.
Nice.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. I do that to pass time too. So I just try and stay off my phone on game days as much as I can. So yeah, read a book, listen to music, stuff like that.
Nice. Who's the best dressed teammate?
Oh, probably. I gotta say Matt Pranich. his suits on game day are pretty nice. So, yeah.
So you've been a Regina boy. What are your favorite jerseys? Which jersey is your favorite? The blue, the white, the alternate red or white? Do you have a favorite combination? Now that you can wear them, do you have a favorite one you want
I
to
really
wear?
like the Reds.
The Reds.
The Reds with the white stripe and the PPCLI logo. I think that one's super nice. So probably that one, yeah.
Growing up as a kid, was there a favorite one when you were younger?
The burgundy one.
Okay, the 100th anniversary.
anniversary.
Yes, that one, yeah.
Nice.
That one was super cool with the brown gloves and pants.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that jersey growing up. So, yeah.
Right on.
We'll wrap it up here with our last question. What does it mean for you to be Regina Pat?
It means everything to me. I never take it for granted coming here and coming to the Brand Center every day and getting to do what I love here at home. So it's so special to stay here in Regina, and it just means absolutely the world to me.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time tonight, Taylor.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for having me.
All right, Kevin, wrap this one up.
I think so.
Not much else to say this week. It was kind of a little
It was
disappointing.
nice
like I
to be
said.
back in the rink. I know
Yeah.
you weren't there, but it was nice to be back in the rink, even though it's a little chilly again. Good old Saskatchewan winter.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be nice tomorrow though. On Mondays, Monday's supposed to be real nice. So
Okay, well, that's good.
I don't know about the rest of the week, but we'll see what happens.
Hopefully the Pats can pull up their socks and have a good game against Moose Jaw, and then PA on the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Don't know
about
what to
that.
expect, but
Yeah, I don't know. Can they pull out another win? That'd be really nice to see.
that'd
but
be pretty awesome.
yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't expect it, but it would be nice. But just see a good game, right? Like
I'm not predicting any points for this week because my predictions seem to be way off. So
I mean, they've played PA good before, right? Like, I don't want to say the PA win was a surprise per se, but like they had played PA pretty good earlier in the season as well. So
I kind of want to say they'll get 0 points, so then
Right.
so someone could hear it and be like, "Oh, let's shut these guys up and let's get 6."
yeah,
So
right, yeah, do the anti like jinx, right?
yeah, do the anti-jinx.
Yeah, 0 points. That's all we expect. So
I just want to see some good hockey,
yeah, like
better
like
effort,
usual.
good hockey. Yeah,
So
some pushback, get
Yeah.
more than 14 shots in a game.
yeah, for sure. Maybe one thing we should touch on. Just thought of this now that's obviously Pew Schultz are there at the Circle K Classic, not the Max. Called it the Max last time, but
Whatever. It's just people know
yeah.
what is the Max. People
No,
be like,
exactly,
"What's the
yeah.
Circle K?"
I know, right? You just call it by the old name that everybody knows. So they played yesterday. They beat Shawinigan Lake 7-1. They beat Burnaby Winter Club today 5-1. So they're 2-0. And they got a game against the Fort Sask Rangers tomorrow. And then that wraps up their round robin schedule. So they're 2-0 so far. They got a pretty good plus minus already. So they're looking, I assume they should be into the quarterfinals, even if they do lose. But yeah, something to keep an eye on. I don't know what time they play tomorrow, but let's see here. 1:00, 1:15 in the afternoon. So
An
if you got-
afternoon game. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be afternoon. But I couldn't
so if you
remember
got
what
flow
time it was.
hockey, you can catch it on there. But yeah, I mean, they look like they have a good chance of moving on. So
Making some noise at least.
yeah, but yeah, so keep an eye on that. They should have a good run. So, but yeah, I guess with that, we should probably get out of here. If you got nothing else there, Kevin.
No, it's all good. I'm done talking about this week.
Yeah.
Look forward to next week.
Exactly.
Just put this one behind them and let's get her going.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good night.
Take it easy.